Hello! Let's take a look at our first project called Straight A. It's quite simple. It calculates how much I must get to pass a course if I get a specific grade in my midterm test. Of course, it's only going to work if the course has only 2 grades. When the user moves the slider, it gets a new value. Then 2 things must happen. First, the text above the label will show the new value. And second, the final grade I have to get will be shown. Let's go to App Inventor to see how it works. On App Inventor, I click Projects, New Project. I'll name it Aula 1, Passando Direto. And click OK. A smartphone screen will be shown. This screen has some properties that you can check on the right side of App Inventor. We will change one of them, the screen title. It's the small name that is shown on the top of the cell screen. So I'm going to change it to Passando Direto. If we check our application sketch, on the top of the screen I have a text that says if I get 5 on my mid-term test. So to create this text, I will use the element label that can be found on the left side of the website. I will grab the label and drop on the top of the screen. Labels have also some properties. One of them is font size. I'll change it to 18. I'm also going to change the width so that the label occupies all the screen width. View Parent and click OK. I will align the text to center. Notice that it has already changed. According to our sketch, now it's time for the slider. Drag a slider and drop to the screen. A slider has also some properties. First, let's set the width to fill the parent or the screen width. It's still narrow, but it's going to be larger when we test it. The maximum value that the slider will accept is 10. The minimum is 0. Since we have written on the label when I get 5 on the midterm test, let's set the initial position, the thumb position, to 5. Now I will put another label under the slider. Again, I'll change the font size to 18. The text now, according to our sketch, is I have to get, and I'll center the test. Now another label. Here I will put the value we are going to calculate. I will set a very large font size, 80. Since the slider will start with 5, to pass the course with an average of 6, my initial final grade will be 7.5. I will also change the width and center the text. And now I will also change the text color to blue. The last label is on the final test to pass this course. To show it using 2 lines, I will use the last sign plus BR plus greater than sign and write supposing 40 to 60%. it's still on the same line. But here I have to check the HTML format checkbox. I'll change the font size and the width. That's it. Our front end is set. To check if it's working, launch a software on your computer called AI Starter. Probably you have a shortcut on your desktop. If you don't, take a look at video 0. You can have some instructions there. When you click, a screen like this will appear. When it does, go to App Inventor and click Connect Emulator. When you connect to the emulator for the first time in a session, it takes about 1 to 2 minutes to be ready. Then a smartphone will be shown and begin to initialize. You can also test your apps using a real Android phone. Ask your professor how to do this. Now, it's really loading your code in the smartphone. And that's it. Notice that if I move the slider, nothing happens. This is because in this video, we just built what the user sees. Now we have to tell the application what to do when we interact with the elements. We will see how to do it in the next video. See you soon.